Nam Ji Hyun's touch that made Ji Chang-wook cry on set. K-drama Haven Family. In the dazzling, carefully choreographed world of K-dramas, every moment is measured. Every glance, every line, every gesture is planned with precision. But every so often, something happens on set that cannot be scripted. Something raw, something real. And in 2017, during the filming of Suspicious Partner, such a moment unfolded. A moment so powerful, so emotional, that it left one of Korea's brightest stars, Ji Chang-wook, in tears. Hold on tight, K-drama Haven Family, because this journey is only just beginning. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. The revelations, the emotions, the moments that will change everything. And at the heart of it all was Nam Ji Hyun, a love story born in fiction. To understand this moment, we must return to the beginning. The world of Suspicious Partner was one of mystery, tension, and romance. Ji Chang-wook, already established as a powerhouse actor, took on the role of No Ji-wook, a brilliant prosecutor haunted by pain. Nam Ji Hyun played Eun Bong-hee, a young, determined trainee lawyer fighting her way into a harsh world. Together, they weren't just characters. They were sparks waiting to ignite. The script called for intensity, for passion, for vulnerability. But what no scriptwriter could have predicted was the depth of emotion Ji Chang-wook and Nam Ji Hyun would bring to life. The scene that changed everything. It happened during the filming of one of the drama's pivotal emotional scenes. Ji Chang-wook's character was breaking down, burdened by fear, guilt, and an overwhelming sense of helplessness. It was the kind of scene actors train for their entire careers. The camera was rolling. The lights were set. The crew stood silent, waiting. But when Ji Chang-wook delivered his lines, something unexpected happened. His voice cracked. His body trembled. And for a moment, the line between Ji-wook the character and Ji Chang-wook the man blurred. And then came Nam Ji Hyun. As Eun Bong-hee, she was supposed to comfort him. A simple touch of reassurance. A moment of tenderness between her character and his. But when her hand reached out, when her touch fell softly on his arm, something deeper happened. It wasn't just the comfort of one character to another. It was Nam Ji Hyun herself, pouring warmth and sincerity into a moment that was supposed to be pretend. And that was when Ji Chang-wook broke. The tears behind the camera. For years, Ji Chang-wook had been admired for his strength, his charisma, his ability to portray warriors, prosecutors, and heroes with unshakable confidence. But in that moment, the vulnerability overwhelmed him. Nam Ji Hyun's touch, gentle, grounding, unspoken, cut through the performance and reached the man behind the role. Crew members later recalled how Ji Chang-wook's tears did not stop when the director called cut. He remained shaken, emotional, almost unable to step out of the scene. Nam Ji Hyun stayed by his side, her presence quiet but steady, as though anchoring him in reality again. It was not a scripted reaction. It was real. The aftermath, a connection fans couldn't ignore. When the episode aired, viewers were mesmerized. They saw the authenticity in Ji Chang-wook's eyes. They felt the weight of the moment. Many didn't know the full story, that the emotion had spilled far beyond what the script demanded. But fans felt it. They sensed the truth beneath the fiction. Online forums exploded with questions. Why did that scene feel so raw? Why did Ji Chang-wook's tears seem so genuine? And why did Nam Ji Hyun's simple touch feel like something far greater than acting? It was the kind of performance that could not be faked. It was the chemistry of two souls meeting in a moment of shared vulnerability. The legacy of that touch. Years later, fans still return to that scene. They dissect it, they replay it, they analyze every frame. Not because it was beautifully shot, though it was. Not because it was perfectly acted, though it was. But because it felt alive. For Ji Chang-wook, it revealed a side of him audiences rarely see. Not the action hero, not the heartthrob, but the man who could be undone by a single touch. For Nam Ji Hyun, it cemented her reputation as more than just a capable actress. She was someone who could give her co-star not just a performance, but genuine human connection when he needed it most. And for fans, it became proof. Proof that their bond went deeper than just a script. A story fans refuse to let fade. Even now, the memory of that moment lingers. Every interview, every behind-the-scenes clip, every time Ji Chang Wook speaks fondly of Nam Ji Hyun, fans remember. That one touch, that one unscripted moment has become part of the legend of their unmatched chemistry. Because in that instant, Nam Ji Hyun wasn't just playing a role. She was reaching Ji Chang Wook, the man behind the actor. And when her hand touched his, it unlocked something raw, something real, and left him in tears. The rise of Suspicious Partner. It was the year 2017. Ji Chang Wook was already a household name. The action hero, the leading man, the heartthrob with piercing eyes and a charisma that seemed unshakable. He had conquered dramas like Healer and the K2, establishing himself as one of Korea's most bankable stars. Nam Ji Hyun, on the other hand, was stepping into a new chapter. From child actress to young woman, she was carving her own path, respected for her acting depth, admired for her natural charm, loved for her authenticity. When SBS announced their casting in Suspicious Partner, fans were intrigued. On paper, it looked promising. But nobody, not even the producers, could have predicted what was about to happen. Because once the cameras rolled, Ji Chang Wook and Nam Ji Hyun didn't just act. They breathed life into their characters. And what unfolded was not just a drama, but a phenomenon. The scene that shook the set. Midway through the series, a pivotal moment was scripted. No Ji Wook, played by Ji Chang Wook, faced crushing emotional turmoil. Fear, helplessness, regret. The script demanded tears. The kind of tears that only come when a man's walls finally collapse. It was a heavy scene. The crew prepared for multiple takes. The director gave his notes. The atmosphere grew tense. And then action. Ji Chang Wook began his lines. His voice trembled. His jaw clenched. The words caught in his throat. He wasn't just playing a man in pain. He was channeling something deeper, something real. And then came Nam Ji Hyun. Her character, Eun Bong-hee, was written to comfort him. A simple gesture. A touch on the arm. Nothing extravagant. Nothing overplayed. But when her hand reached out, when her skin met his, everything changed. It wasn't just the character's comfort. It was Nam Ji Hyun herself, radiating sincerity, warmth, and compassion. A touch that carried unspoken words. You're not alone. And in that moment, Ji Chang Wook broke. The tears came, not the rehearsed tears of an actor, but the unstoppable tears of a man who had been caught off guard by truth. His shoulders shook. His voice cracked. His performance blurred into reality. And the set fell silent. The silence after cut. When the director finally whispered cut, no one moved. The crew exchanged glances. Was that real? The camera operators, usually stoic, admitted later they had goosebumps. A sound technician quietly said, I almost forgot I was working. I was just watching, feeling it. But perhaps most striking of all was Ji Chang Wook himself. He didn't immediately let go of the moment. His head remained lowered, his breathing uneven, the tears still on his cheeks. And Nam Ji Hyun? She didn't break character. She didn't pull back. She stayed there, hand steady, presence unwavering. She didn't need words. Her silence was enough. The crew knew something extraordinary had just taken place. Behind the curtain. Later, whispers spread. One assistant director confessed, that wasn't just acting. That was Ji Chang Wook crying as himself, not as No Ji Wook. A stylist on set recalled how Nam Ji Hyun quietly stayed by Ji Chang Wook's side even after filming wrapped for the day. She didn't chatter. She didn't tease. She simply offered him presence. To the outside world, it would look like just another scene in a drama. But to those who were there, it was unforgettable. the fans who saw the truth. When the episode aired, audiences felt it. Even without knowing the behind-the-scenes story, they sensed the authenticity. Comments flooded social media. That wasn't scripted crying. That was real pain. Look at the way she touched him. That's not acting. This is why their chemistry is unmatched. You can't fake something like that. Clips of the scene went viral. Edits with slow motion, with background music, with subtitles of whispered thoughts. Millions of views. For fans, that moment became proof. Proof that what they witnessed wasn't just a drama scene, but a genuine emotional connection. Chang Wook speaks. Months later, during interviews, Chang Wook was asked about filming Suspicious Partner. He admitted it was one of the most emotionally draining projects of his career. He spoke about how easy it felt to act alongside Nam Ji Hyun, how natural their interactions were. Easy, natural, comfortable. 3 simple words. But to fans, they meant everything. Because chemistry like theirs cannot be forced. It exists or it doesn't. And between Chang Wook and Nam Ji Hyun, it existed in abundance. When he mentioned how Nam Ji Hyun had a warmth that made acting with her simple, fans knew. They remembered that scene. They remembered that touch. And they believed it was her warmth that had reached him in that vulnerable moment. The legacy of a touch. Years have passed. Both stars have gone on to new projects, new roles, new stages in life. But the memory of that scene, that single touch, still burns bright. It resurfaces on forums. It trends on fan pages. It sparks debates and fan theories. Because fans refuse to let it go. They replay it. They reanalyze it. They ask, again and again, was that really acting? Or was that real? The what-ifs that haunt us. What if Chang Wook and Nam Ji Hyun reunite on screen one day? Would the spark reignite instantly? Would they give us another legendary moment that blurs fiction and reality? What if, behind all the cameras and interviews, their bond was more than just professional? What if that touch wasn't just for the scene, but a glimpse into something real, something hidden? K-drama Haven family, these are the questions that keep this story alive. The questions that fuel fan pages, that inspire edits, that turn this moment into legend. A story that refuses to fade. Most dramas end. Most on-screen couples fade from memory. But Chang Wook and Nam Ji Hyun, they remain. Because their chemistry was not manufactured. It was not artificial. It was not limited to the screen. It was alive. It was undeniable. It was unforgettable. And at the heart of it all was one unscripted moment. One touch. One connection that made a leading man, known for his strength, break down in tears. K-drama Haven family. In the glittering universe of Korean drama, countless stories are told. Some entertain us. Some move us. Some make us dream. But every so often, one story rises above the rest. One story that fans cannot let go. And the touch that made Chang Wook cry on set is one of those stories. Because it wasn't just a scene. It wasn't just acting. It was truth. And truth lasts forever. This is K-drama Haven.